Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. We've never seen anything like this before, ever. The bravery, the courage, the fortitude. We haven't seen this since the food strike, food fast from Gandhi. Protest by Martin Luther King. Rosa Parks. The list is endless. This tops them all. This has to be the most heroic, and just unbelievable test of fortitude. Texas Democrat begins thirst strike for call for federally mandated water breaks. U.S. Representative Greg Cesar tweeted a photo of him taking a last sip of water in his office, air-conditioned, with civil rights activist Dolores Huerta. Unbelievable, this moron. He went on a 8-hour food and water strike. And if you notice, you're going to see the picture coming up here. This mental pygmy is sitting in his air-conditioned office. This guy is a congressman. That should scare the hell out of you right there, showing his bravery. Let's read on. I've never seen anything like it. I'm almost in tears. A Democratic congressman began a thirst strike in the steps of the U.S. Capitol on Tuesday to protest a Texas law critics say will override local ordinances such as mandatory water breaks for people working in the heat and a call for federal protections for those who work in hot temperatures. It's global warming. Now it's taking its toll. People are dying, and Texas isn't helping. No, they just had a hodgepodge of laws from city to county all over the state, and the state said, you know what, let's just have a uniform rule. How many water breaks they get, I'm sure if it's really hot, there's nobody in the world that hires people that are legal, let's start there, on construction sites that are legal or have work permits that are not citizens. I'm sure they're not stopping them from getting water. Whose congressional district includes parts of Austin and San Antonio. Well, there you have it. It's Austin. Tweeted a photo of himself Tuesday with civil rights activist Dolores Huerta while taking his last sip of water before his all-day strike. All day is 8 hours. Hey, moron! Billions of people, every single person does it almost every single day. It's called sleeping, retard. You're not getting any water? Unbelievable. You're not eating either. That's why when you wake up, they call it breakfast. It stands for break fast. Just took my last drink of water before my thirst strike with the one and only Dolores Huerta. My God, my God. Let's look at a picture here of him sitting on the steps of the Capitol during his 8-hour strike. The folks, that's 8 hours in a row. Let's check it out. Look at this moron is being checked by a doctor. You notice they have his vitals on his finger just to make sure he's okay. Sitting on a set of stairs at the Capitol with people around him to monitor his health status for his 8-hour fast. I've never seen such determination and courage. It's amazing to me. They should put up a statue in Austin, a statue in front of the Capitol, next to Rosa Parks, next to Gandhi, next to Martin Luther King Jr. I've never seen anything like it. I'm teary-eyed. I have goosebumps just watching him and his heroic stance for water breaks for a Texas law that didn't take away any water breaks. You dumb. I can't believe this. I can't keep a straight face. I can't do this as a satire because this guy is so stupid. Talk about narcissist. This is narcissism. Now they say, well, the older generation always calls the younger generation narcissist. John, you're 66. This guy looks in his 30s. He's part of that generation of me. So what do you expect? Every generation criticizes the younger one. No, this guy's an idiot. An idiot. And for all you French speakers out there, idiot.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let's continue on. Satire planned to abstain from liquids to call for a federal heat wave to provide workers with record-setting temperatures continue to break across the country. I looked it up with NOAA. That's the federal agency that watches weather and keeps statistics on storms and temperature and all those things. In the last 50 years, I think it was 50, but I'll say 40 just so people can't say that I lied. The average temperature has not gone up at all. In fact, there were several years, three or four out of the last 40 or 50, the average temperature has gone down. Yes, you're going to have waves of heat. I live in upstate New York, and tomorrow it's going to be low 90s. Today I'm on a thirst strike on the steps of the U.S. Capitol. How symbolic. Not drinking water or taking breaks. He's sitting on a step. Through rain or shine. It's not raining in D.C. You absolute idiot. In solidarity with our nation's workers. I'm telling you, I have goosebumps just reading this. Cesar said another tweet. Currently, there are no federal protections for workers exposed to heat. Like the states just don't care? What a moron. Absolute moron. Everything has to be run through Washington. Everything has to be a federal mandate. Everything from health care, abortion, care for your children, right through it down the line. An order signed by 110 Democrats says our demanded the Biden administration implement a OSHA workplace heat standard as soon as possible. The signatories noted a law recently signed by Governor Greg Abbott they claim would strip power from cities and will eliminate existing heat protections in Dallas and Austin. Our nation and my home of Texas, I mean, the guy was in tears when he was saying this, I'll bet, is experiencing an historic heat wave. In the early 1960s, I was in New Mexico in the summertime. Yeah, it's hotter than hell. Yeah, it was over 100. That happens because you live in a desert, you moron. Exposing workers to deadly 100-degree plus temperatures. Yet in the middle of this heat wave, Greg Abbott signed a law eliminating workers' rights to water breaks. That's a lie. An absolute lie. Another term for it is bull. House Bill 2127 doesn't mention water breaks specifically, prohibits cities across the state from creating rules that go beyond the state law. If the state law requires you, we'll say, I'm just taking the top of my head, 4 water breaks in a day. We'll say 5. And Austin, Texas wants to make a rule. You can give up to 6 or 7. See, that's the problem. I own a construction company, and hopefully all these construction workers are legal American citizens and or have work permits, but we won't go there for now. And I want to give my workers a couple extra water breaks. But if I go into Austin, I'm used to giving out 6 water breaks a day. Austin requires 8. So now I got to pay a fine because I didn't know. So every time I go into a municipality, I've got to go. I used to be a city councilman, and so I know how it works. I have to go call the city and say, how many water breaks are you guys allowed? I don't want to get a fine. It's ridiculous. So Texas said, let's have a uniform standard. I'm sure if they wanted to give them more water breaks than the state allowed them to, they could do it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And there he is, talking to the labor secretary and his heroic stance, his heroic 8-hour water and snack fast. You can't get a statue up for this guy fast enough. Let's see a little video here of when he finally breaks his fast. What is it? Throws of admiring thousands and tens of thousands of people clapping and urging him on. And here he is, Representative Greg Casar, ending his thirst strike after over 8 hours. Let me repeat that. 8 hours in a row without food or water in the White House steps. Excuse me, the Capitol House steps. Yeah, I do that every time I go to sleep at night, you frickin' idiot. But let's listen to these people being there for this historic moment. As you can see, there are tens of thousands of people cheering him on. Let's listen. And he survived it. He survived the 8 hours. He's drinking water, even though the Medical doctors were there constantly to regulate, make sure he was healthy and his life was not in danger. My God, I have goose pimples. The Medal of Freedom for sure. And if he was in the military, the Congressional Medal of Honor. Unbelievable, unbelievable bravery. Let's listen. This, folks, is narcissism on parade. Unbelievable. So we got to throw in a little bit here. Let me get my PBS voice. Of course, this was signed by AOC, Sylvia Garcia, Hakeem Jeffries, who I think might be the next presidential candidate, Maxwell Frost, and Ilhan Omar. There's a group of misfits. In the wealthiest, let me get my PBS voice. In the wealthiest country in the world, workers shouldn't be dying from heat-related illnesses. Proud to join this effort led by Greg Cesar, Omar tweeted. Cesar said he spoke with Acting Secretary of Labor, Julie Su, who said the White House was working hard to get a federal heat standard done. And it's up to us to fight corporate greed so they can get it done. Dun, dun, dun. The corporate greed and people are dying by the thousands from heat. People are so full of... It's amazing to me. Amazing to me. Morons. Absolute morons. That's the problem. I'll bet you, let's have, at least called a meager in the old days. Let's have immigration start going through and checking IDs of all these construction sites to make sure, one, you're a citizen of the United States and you're working, or two, you have a work visa. I have no problem if you got a work visa legally. No problem at all. But they won't do that. But they're going to go on a 8-hour water and snack break. I'm sure his family was holding their breath, mind you, the whole time. What a hero. This man, the courage, puts Gandhi, MLK, Rosa Parks to shame. There'll be statues of this man everywhere in the United States, and rightfully so. Sir, I salute you. I can't do it anymore. You know what, moron? You are full of... Until next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.